Hey, what's up, Jooba people? Today we're learning Carry Your Kin by Breathe. This song has got some really nice 6 chords, some really nice first inversion, triads, second inversion, dominant 7th triad. So beautiful. It's got these modulations. That's inside the song. So cool, beautiful. It's got these picking patterns. It's very nice and groovy, like it's like you're hearing a drum kit when this guy's playing. And they've got these really two nice fills in the song. And the second one is my favorite. Didn't play it so clean there. Very, very beautiful, very tasteful playing. The guy who wrote this song, it's a guy and a girl. Breathe is the name of the band, but the guitarist is Stuart McCallum. And I looked into some of this other stuff that he can play, and he can play like really intense jazz stuff. He's played with orchestras and he's done some really good music by himself. But he's done this collaboration with this Irish girl that sings and plays the flute, the wooden flute. One of the live versions for this is where she plays like a flute solo. It's not a flute, it's some Irish kind of wind thing, but it looks like a flute. And it's so cool, it sounds so beautiful. And they use this really nice, when the chord of the song is mainly in G, but then they use like a B minor pentatonic scale of it, which I've put here in the diagram. But it's really cool to see how they're using these different scales and using like modal kind of things, which we'll get into in the lesson. But let me quickly play you basically all the parts, and then we can go from there. I'm just gonna show you the chord progressions, and don't let the chord progressions scare you. It looks like a lot, but it's just the different shapes moving up and down the neck. So it's not that. It's just two different shapes really in the song. So we're gonna start with the main progression, which goes like this. A little bit off on my timing there. That's the main progression, and then in the chorus they do this cold as stone. Cold as stone. Very beautiful. And then in the bridge they've got this instrumental part where they use the second picking pattern and they go like this. Sorry, wrong fingers. Let's do it again. Second time it's and then it goes back to the original kind of thing. Okay, so let's start the tutorial. Go ahead and download the PDF. You can find this PDF at joobamusic.com. The link is in the description, as you can see there. And then we're gonna jump right into this PDF and see what's going on. So this song is in the key of G, but it hints towards the key of G Lydian, towards the mode of G Lydian. If you don't know about modes, go check out my music theory course. I just uploaded everything about modes. There's a whole course actually on modes on the website. Okay, but anyway, that aside, we're gonna look at the chords and just see what's happening with the harmony here. Let's just get the shapes down first. So this G6 shape looks like this. Okay, so you've got just a little bit note about my diagram here. These are the fingers that you need to use, and these are the intervals. The first interval, the 6th note of the major scale, the 3rd note. Okay, so the 1, the 6, and the 3. so this is your shape. Be sure to mute the 5th string, otherwise you get that dodgy sound. Okay, so this is a G6. Alright, now if you just take this shape and move it up, take off the middle finger, and then move this up to the 5th fret. So this finger's on the 5th fret, and the pinky's on the 7th. Then you take your ring finger and put it on the 7th. Now you've got a G over B shape. So this note is a G, and then we have this note as a B, a D, sorry, and this is a 3. Now this chord is actually called a G6 because we have the 6th interval still here with the open string, but we just, for the simplicity's sake, we're just going to call it a G over B. So we got, so the first step that you want to do in playing this song is getting this G6 to G over B transition, which can be a little tricky. And remember to always mute the 5th string. Throughout this whole song, we're muting the 5th string. Okay, then the second chord that you need to know is this D6 over F sharp. Now this is essentially the same shape as the G over B, but we're just not fretting with this hand because we're playing that string open. Okay, I need to just move it a little bit back, otherwise I'm out of focus here. So D over F sharp. Usually we'd play it like this, but now we're just playing it like that and leaving these 2 strings open. This creates a nice kind of thing that's consistent in the song. Creates this like really minor, kind of B minor type sound, which is really nice. And then the last chord is this E7 over B. So if you go to G over B and you just move this finger up 1 fret, then you get the E7 over B. So this comes from like a C7 shape, and we're just omitting that root there and having the root at the bottom. That's it. So E7, same chord. If you don't know about these chords and you're like, how do you know this is an E7 and that's an E7, go do my music theory course. You need to really do that. That's going to really help you. And yeah. Okay, so the picking patterns are quite rhythmic and not something that a lot of people will be used to if you're used to playing just a normal pattern that doesn't have any muting and things like a Travis pattern or just a normal rolling pattern. But this is kind of a bit more of a funky kind of thing. So you play the chord and you start with pinching these 2. Okay, you start with pinching 6 and 3. And then you take your thumb down and then you put the high E string there, and that big X is just a slap on the guitar, just muting all the strings, just coming back down with your hand. So you go bam da da da, bam da da da, and that the note that's in brackets there, don't worry about that now. Just get the first pattern: 1, 2, 3, 4, bang da da, bam bam da da da, bam da da da, bam da da, bam da da, bam da da da, bam da da da, dun dun da da, dun dun da da, dun. So you see there I'm adding that extra bass note there at the end of the pattern. Boom, bum, bam, ba da, doom, doom, doom. So this is boom, boom, as it loops, right? This is a loop going, like looping, looping. Okay, you guys get the idea. Okay, the second pattern we're gonna do over the G over B chord. Okay, and that looks like that. So you're gonna start with pinching 3 strings with these 3 fingers: thumb, index, and middle. It's really intense. What I would really actually do is I'd take out that note of the whole thing if it's a really bit tough for you, and just pinch with these 2 on strings 6 and 3. that's where you switch between the different patterns. And you don't have to do this pattern. You can just go do da da. So this is the essential pattern. And with the other ones, you could just go ba ba ba. And then just do the other ones. Stay on beat. Okay, so that's it. Now, a note about the fills. Before we get to the fills, I want you to know how they're coming up with this. So they're playing a B minor pentatonic scale for the fills. Okay, so we got 1, the B minor pentatonic scale is 1, flat 3, 4, 5, 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1. Just first play it from a square to a square. And you can also play that A open because that is the note, the flat 7. 1, 2, 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1. And then just keep going for a second octave. Okay, I just had a little idea. Alright, so that is what they used to get the fills, and that is also the scale that she used when she was playing a solo inside one of the live videos. She was soloing using the notes in the B minor pentatonic, which is a really interesting choice of scale to use when you're soloing over a G major chord, because you would assume she was going to use a G major pentatonic or a G major scale, but no, she's using a B minor pentatonic scale, which is very interesting for me. It adds to that little sad undertone of the song. Okay, so the first riff goes like this. Okay, first riff we got, and you can even go back, but I just did the basic version on the tab so that you can be at liberty to kind of make your own thing. Sometimes they combine the two riffs, okay, but so if you're in the riff, boom, here it comes, here it comes again, so he plays it differently when he's playing it live, and that's how these riffs work. It's just like every time it's that riff, and then so it's riff 1, then riff 2, riff 1, then riff 2. So riff 2 is a little harder because it's a little fast. It's a 6-tiplet 11. So it's kind of like a 6-tiplet feel. Anyway, so it's like bam 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 bam. Da 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 42020 da 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 da. Ah, these riffs are so good. This guy's such a good player. Wow, I'm getting carried away here. But you guys get the idea of the sheer awesomeness of this guy's playing. So riff 1 and 2 alternate. Use the G over B shape for the F over A and A over C sharp. Okay. Okay, so let's quickly go over that. We've done everything basically here in the main progression. It's just basically picking pattern 1. That's the kind of thing. And then if you want to, you can add riff 1 here on the first beat of the second bar. So we got boom, bum, bum, ding, 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 ba da ba da bum, boom, boom. Okay, so and the second time, the second riff is boom, ding, 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 boom, boom, ding, 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 boom, boom. Okay, so you guys get that idea. So here we go. Boom, da, 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 riff 1. Boom. Here comes riff 2. 1, diddle, boom, boom. Wow, this guy's genius, man, genius. Then for the chorus, we've got this D over F sharp. Going. This is a G sus2 chord, so we've got these two strings here, and then we add this finger on the 2 of the G on the A. So we got D over F sharp. It's almost like Good Girl, not Good Girl. What's the name? Can't remember that song, but Tom Petty, something like it. Anyway, D over F sharp. So you got these two notes, and then you can have the B open to make it like a D6 over F sharp, which he sometimes does. Okay, so you got bam. Okay, so it's so beautiful. So that's what you do for the chorus. Then in the bridge, we've got this series of chords, all just one beat long. So it's like boom, 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 boom. And then the only chord that's 2 beats long is the E7 and the F over A. Okay, second time you add a A over C sharp. So you do this line once, and then this line. And then you do the whole thing again once, and then the second time you're going to have an A over E sharp at the end. So that's the structure of it. And the F over E we just play like this. So it's, the F6. So the 6th note interval is here. So it's 1, 6, 3. And then F over A. F with an A in the bass. That's the 5 of, so it's 5, 1, 3. First inversion sub. Same thing, G6. So that's kind of the same thing, just repeated a whole step higher. And then a whole step higher, G6. And then you just take this finger up to get the E7 for 2 bars. You can do your own pattern, just a variation of pattern 2, the picking. And then back to F over A, and then to C6. Okay, so we got sorry. I butchered that part, but you get the idea. I think by now you should be able to play the song. So, 2 things. Go check out my music theory course. Go download this PDF. This was a long lesson. I hope it was worth your while watching this. And next up, I'm going to record video talking a short actually of how to use the B minor pentatonic scale over the G major chord, which would be a cool video. Okay, bye.